Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a program about how to manage, view, see yourself in the shifting paradigm. My distinct pleasure is to introduce Joseph Ernest Martin and welcoming you to the Paranormal Insights program. Joseph is the author and artist of the award-winning Quest Tarot, or the original personal computer. It is now in 5 countries in 4 languages. He's won the Best Visionary Award for Excellence in international competition. He's also won Best of Show in Holistic Living Expos of California. He's been on national television and radio. He was a finalist in the Bravo TV pilot Housebusters. He's filming a new TV series of which you have graciously decided to take part in. He is wonderful. He is terrific. He's loving, insightful, and very smart. So without further ado, it is my privilege and pleasure to introduce to you Joseph Ernest Martin.
And we have an amazing panel here with us tonight. And all of these people are skilled in different areas. They're going to be bringing you insights to this incredible year, 2013. We're going to be talking about tools and predictions for 2013. What you need to know that's going to be happening and the tools you need to survive this year. You're going to be turning in your stubs in just a little bit. Please put your information and your questions and for which panel member you need that for. We're going to start with Carolyn Coleridge. Carolyn is an LCSW, is a psychotherapist, a spiritual intuitive, and an energetic healer. She received her master's from Columbia University and has been a clinical social worker and a counselor for 18 years. She is a former voluntary faculty member of the UCLA Pediatric Pain Program, where she performed hands-on healing for children in chronic pain. She has appeared on TV and numerous radio shows, including CNN International. Passionate about East-West connection, Carolyn is a volunteer healer at the Agape International Spiritual Center Wellbeing Ministry and still works part-time in the mental health for a major HMO. Carolyn gives intuitive soul messages, helping clients find their life purpose and inspiring them to pursue their spiritual gifts. Let us welcome to our panel, Carolyn B. Coleridge.
Thank you. 2013 is the 6th year, actually. And 6 to me means teacher, counselor, healer, which we all can probably be or all can be. I think it's really about, and I love what everyone is saying, and the Mayan calendar was very interesting because it said the end of time, and I always read it as it's the end of time as we know it, meaning that if you do something you love, if you go with your heart over your mind, and you can do it for all day. You don't get tired, you don't get afraid, you forget about time. That's what the end of time means. I think it's also moving with nature, going with the time schedule of nature. When do we get up? When do we go to sleep? Are we honoring time in terms of honoring ourselves? Nature creates its own time, and that's what we need to do. It's okay if you work 9 to 5. I worked freelance for 10 years because I like to move. When I want to do a project, I go do a project. When I need to sit and meditate, I meditate. I try to balance it the way with what my heart feels. So the heart is really important in this time period. As we got closer to the galactic center, we're all going to vibrate with a higher frequency and wanting to create more of heaven on earth. And when heaven on earth comes, there's going to be a lot of darkness. There's going to be fight. The light and dark always kind of duel. But we don't have to see that. What we have to do is go within a little bit deeper. We have to meditate. We have to listen to our inner knowing, our inner understanding. We have to be the teacher, counselor, healers. And you see a lot of information coming out about integrity. A lot of people like Lance Armstrong coming out. People are saying, this is who I really am. That's what the whole thing is about, like reality TV and cell phones and everything being recorded, because it kind of mirrors the life experience, the near-death experience, where you see everything. Everything gets played back to you.
So Mayan prophecy.
Yeah, so I think it's really important that we live our dignity and live our truth and live our heart. And if more people are doing what we love, I think we can bring in a lot more peace on the planet.
I hope so too. Now, Daniel Brinkley has done a lot of predictions. His talk, which is tomorrow, he's not going to give away too much because he has a great talk that he's delivering tomorrow. But Daniel, what do you feel we can expect for 2013?
Well, I'm going to stick with the Maya theme. I've been studying the Maya since 1968. And people always say, why did the Mayan calendar end in 2012? Very simple. The Spanish came. And they burned all the records. But if you know the secrets of the Maya, it entered a 5,125.36 year period. And we began on October the 28th in what was called the ninth wave. It lasted until April. So where we are is the end of the galactic period going into the universal period, and it was just like Carolyn just said, what the Maya said in 3,114, that at the end of that 5,125-year cycle, we would enter what was from the galactic period, all things not done in integrity would collapse. Our religions, our institutions, our governments, our financial system, all collapsed. So the Maya were right. What the Maya says we now enter is into the universal period. So you must translate integrity and consciousness and focus into this period. But they also said in the universal period, there would be no secrets. Now we have everything recorded. We know about data mining from companies and businesses. We know about Echelon. We know about the National Security Acts, which records every conversation, every key punch, every email, every text is all recorded, so there's no secrets. So what we must find is that period of integrity, but in the Maya.
And some of the predictions that are out on the internet right now don't sound like the things that our panel is bringing up. They talk about the CNN towers in Toronto having a huge building fire, more trouble in the Middle East, but I don't know if that's really a prediction or just a state of fact. Huge earthquakes in the Caribbean, Russia, Seattle, Washington, super tornadoes and frankenstorms because of global warming. Great dangers around Obama. Again, I don't know if that's much of a prediction because, he's had a lot of threats. Stock markets will close. Diseases killing horses will happen from around the world. Increased terror attacks. And it goes on and on. Now, none of these sound very happy.
That all sounds exciting to me. I hope an asteroid hits the Earth and it disintegrates.
So with all these things that are going to be happening in 2013, all the changes that's going to be happening, I'd like our panel to look at what would you feel would be your single best tool to offer getting through not only being bombarded with the negative aspects of prediction for this year, but getting through in a healthy, happy way for 2013 being we did make it through 2012.
The thing that I really feel is walk by faith and not by sight. And that's what we've all come here for. You have to set your intention with your spirit, not your mind. What is in your heart? We all come here to grow and to do different things, but also we come here with our spirit that knows exactly what we're here for. And we bury it, we forget about it, we push it away, we eat it, we drink it, we party it, we don't listen to it. And all these distractions, all these, I have my cell phone here and television and this and that, I think they're great in many ways, but don't let it overtake your inner thoughts, your inner feelings, your inner knowings. Your feelings are so important. As a therapist, I work with feelings a lot when I was, doing therapy more. And then as I started to evolve, my work started to evolve, and I started to, see people's auras and hear their souls and hear their soul messages and hear their ancestors. And it wasn't something that, my ancestors are like that, but I think you too have that ability to evolve. As the planet evolves, you will evolve. So again, the 2013 is teacher, counselor, healer. That's what a 6 is. 2, 3, and 1 is a 6. And you can be the teacher to others. And you are. Sometimes when you're mean to somebody, you're teaching them something to stand up for themselves, right? Sometimes you're very nice, you're teaching them more compassion. You can also be a counselor to somebody, and you can be the learner and the observer, the neutral observer, which I think is, beautiful. But also to trust your spirit. Trust your spirit knows why it's here. It's your GPS system. You connect to your higher self, you meditate, you walk in the park, you listen to people on a deeper level. You listen to what your heart, these repetitive messages over and over again, what are you really here for? What do you really want to experience? Giving back to people. The reason why I still work in the hospital is because when people are physically ill and when people are homeless, I'm a social worker, and when people are having the worst part of their life, their soul shines. Their soul is right there. And those are the old souls. So I look at my work as being very sacred, and you should too. All your challenges are the sacred part of developing your soul and your spirit. So embrace it, embrace the difficulty, embrace the pain, and say, what can I learn from this right now? What can I learn and maybe heal? What can I forgive of myself and of others? What is the planet teaching me? Another important thing is for us to pray for the planet globally. Recently we were just, me and my sister were in the elevator, and the elevator's like shaking. I don't know if you've been in the elevator. It was shaking, and everyone's like, oh, we're going to crash. I was like, everyone be quiet. Like, we're all going to make it happen. They're like, it's going to crash. It's going to crash. Why not he likes that. So why not it's getting stronger, or something's going to happen, or we're going to be safe. But I really believe your
There's a bomb on it.
Maybe. Your intentions create a lot. And maybe what's going to happen in 2012 was supposed to happen, and maybe we shifted it with all the spiritual awareness, with all the different things that are happening, with people leading with their hearts, telling the truth, saying, I was a bad person, I did something wrong, or I feel hurt, or seeing children get killed and really looking your compassion, really working those spiritual muscles. That's what we're here to do. We're here to learn about compassion and patience and discernment and gratitude and love and forgiveness. Those are the attributes we get from trauma and difficulty. So give yourself credit that you know your goal, you know your path. You know it inside. Just unravel it. Just like a flower opens, you're going to open with your own spiritual knowledge and wisdom, and the wisdom that you brought down from the other side.
That's in us. Yes, we can applaud. That was very nice.
Oh, thank you.
So I figure this. Here's how it works for me in the heavens. All the angels are down at the angel bar. They're doing cloud shakes. Cloud shots. Just hit them. They said, well, I'll tell you what let's do. Let's go kill Daniel. So about every 10 to 12 years, somehow I get myself in the middle of getting killed so that I can understand, watch this, none of this is real. Get this through your head in 2013. It is not real. And if you look at the scientific studies produced in England in the last 6 months, it has concluded without any question that we are living in a hologram. They can prove that you are not even here and that you're living in a hologram. And I said, well, welcome to the Matrix, Neo.
I have a lot of classes in meditation and spiritual growth in LA. And one of my favorite things, or people's favorite experience, is a healing reading. So I do an energy healing and a reading. So I'm offering a free session of that.
Fantastic. Thank you, Carolyn. And we have a winner, 3908. Paris, are you here? 3908. Hey!
Paris Hilton.